Good evening, everyone. I want to begin by saying something simple but true. Your mindset is your power, not your bank account, not the job title, not even your circumstances. It's the way you choose to see the world that defines what kind of life you'll live. Now, let me tell you something I've learned on this journey of life, something that took me years to fully understand. Positivity isn't about ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine. It's about knowing that even in the darkness, light exists. Even when life shakes you, you can still stand in your truth and say, I will not be moved by fear. I will rise in faith. There were times in my own life where I had nothing, no clarity, no support, no map, just a whisper inside that said, keep going. That whisper was positivity. It was hope. It was the belief that even though I couldn't see the way would appear. Positivity is a choice of mindset. It's one of those truths that sounds simple at first, but when you sit with it, lie with it, and really understand it, you begin to realize just how transformative it can be. It's not a trait you're born with, not a gift that only the lucky receive. It's a conscious decision. A moment by moment, breath by breath decision to look at the world and your place in it through a lens of possibility, gratitude, and light, even when things feel anything but light. You see, life is never a straight path. It doesn't unfold the way we plan. We all experience loss, disappointment, fear, and failure, every single one of us. But the difference between someone who crumbles and someone who rises again is not about what happened to them. It's about what they believe in the middle of what happened. It's how they think. It's how they choose to think. When we say positivity is a mindset, we're not talking about pretending everything is okay. We're not talking about faking smiles or ignoring grief or denying pain. No. Positivity doesn't require you to be blind to the facts. It requires you to believe beyond them. It means acknowledging the struggle, but refusing to be defined by it. It means saying, yes, this is hard. Yes, I'm tired. Yes, I've been through some things, but I still believe something good is coming. That choice, that decision to lean into hope instead of fear creates a ripple effect in your life. It affects the way you treat people. It changes the way you wake up in the morning. It shifts your energy. And energy is contagious. Walk into a room full of people carrying light in your heart and watch how it softens others. Watch how it inspires. Watch how it uplifts. That is the unseen power of a positive mindset. There will be people who tell you that being positive is naive, that the world is too broken, too cruel, too uncertain for optimism. But don't believe that for a second, because the people who have changed the world, the ones who've led revolutions, healed communities, healed wounds, started movements, they were all people who believed in something better. They were people who held on to hope even when the facts said, give up. They were people who chose to see differently. And you can do that too. You already have that power. You just have to practice it. Like a muscle, positivity grows stronger when you use it. It starts with small things, waking up and being thankful for one thing, just one. Looking someone in the eye and saying, I appreciate you, smiling at a stranger. Giving yourself grace when you fall short. Refusing to dwell on the things you cannot control and focusing instead on the things you can. Your mindset is the lens through which you see your life. If that lens is cloudy with bitterness, fear, or regret, then even beauty will look dull. But when that lens is clear, when it's focused on what's good, what's possible, what's meaningful, then even the ordinary becomes miraculous. It's not about being happy all the time. That's not real. And it's about being aware of your thoughts, your words, your energy, and choosing to align them with something higher. Choosing to tell yourself a better story. Choosing to say, I am not defined by this moment. I am not limited by what I see. I am growing. I am learning. I am becoming. You will not always get it right. None of us do. There will be days when it feels like everything is falling apart, when your mind wants to spiral into worry or despair. And on those days, you might forget the power you hold. But then take a breath, come back to this truth. Positivity is a choice, and it's a choice you can make again and again. Because every day, the world gives you the chance to begin again, to shift your mindset, to rise a little higher, to open your heart a little wider, to live with more light. So choose it, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because when you choose positivity, you are not just changing your day, you are changing your life. And maybe, just maybe, you're also changing the world. Belief in something better can guide you through the darkest of times. It acts as a beacon, a light in the distance, pulling you forward when everything around you feels uncertain, overwhelming, or impossible. This belief isn't simply a whimsical thought or wishful thinking. It is a powerful, unshakable conviction that something greater is always possible, even when you can't see how it will unfold. It's a deep-rooted understanding that no matter where you are in life right now, there's always potential for growth, transformation, and improvement. And in that belief, there is immense power. At its core, belief in something better is the fuel that drives perseverance. It's what gets you out of bed on the hard days, what pushes you to keep going when the road is rough and the obstacles feel insurmountable. It's easy to get lost in despair when life doesn't go according to plan, when you experience setbacks, or when the path ahead is unclear. But belief in something better tells you that no matter how tough things are, no matter how many doors close in your face, something greater is on the horizon. This belief is a form of hope. But it's not just about waiting for things to get better. It's about trusting that things can get better and that your efforts, your energy, your choices can help shape that better future. Belief in something better also gives you the courage to take risks. It emboldens you to step outside of your comfort zone, to try new things, to explore unknown territories. Without this belief, it's all too easy to settle for the familiar, to accept mediocrity, or to let fear control your decision. But when you truly believe that something better awaits you, it becomes easier to take those first steps into the unknown, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is taking you closer to the life you envision for yourself. Whether it's making a big career change, starting a new relationship, or pursuing a long-held dream, this belief helps you push past the fears and doubts that inevitably arise. You begin to see obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities to grow, to learn, and to adapt. This belief is also crucial when things don't turn out the way you expect. Life has a way of surprising us, often in ways that we didn't anticipate. Sometimes what we think is a setback is actually a setup for something even better. But it's easy to miss that lesson if you're too focused on disappointment or failure. When you believe in something better, you're able to view challenges as part of a larger story, one that's unfolding, one that may not always make sense in the moment, but that ultimately leads to growth. You trust that what didn't work out was simply a redirection, that the universe has something better for you in store. And when you approach every setback with this mindset, you are far more likely to bounce back, to recalibrate, and to move forward with renewed energy and focus. Belief in something better isn't just about personal growth or achievement. It's also about your relationships and the impact you have on others. When you carry this belief within you, it radiates outward. People around you feel it, whether they realize it or not. Your optimism, your determination, and your unwavering faith in the future become contagious. You inspire others to believe in something better for themselves. Your belief in their potential can lift them up when they're struggling to believe in themselves. This belief becomes a shared force, creating an environment where positivity, hope, and possibility thrive. And when you lift others up, you not only help them reach new heights, but you also bring more goodness into your own life. Moreover, believing in something better opens your eyes to the opportunities that are always present around you. Often we get so focused on the struggles or limitations we face that we miss the opportunities that surround us. But when you believe in the possibility of something better, you start to see life through a different lens. You notice the small moments of beauty, the people who show up at the right time, the sudden breakthroughs that appear when you least expect them. This belief shifts your perspective, allowing you to see that no matter where you are, things can change for the better. And this shift in perspective is powerful. It transforms your entire experience of life, turning every moment into a potential opportunity for growth, learning, and progress. Belief in something better at its deepest level is about knowing that you are never stuck. Even when you feel trapped, cornered, or uncertain, you can always change your thoughts, your actions, and your direction. You can always take a different route. You can always reinvent yourself. And no matter where you are in your journey, believing in something better gives you the resilience to keep going, to never give up, and to always trust that the best is yet to come. So hold on to that belief, nurture it, let it guide you. Let it be the compass that leads you through life's challenges and triumphs alike. Because when you truly believe that something better is always possible, you become a magnet for the positive, the wonderful, and the transformative things that are waiting just beyond the horizon. And no matter what life throws at you, you will know deep down that you have everything it takes to create that better future. True strength lies in choosing joy, gratitude, and love in a world that often feels unpredictable, challenging, and at times even harsh. It's easy to think that strength is about muscle, power, or dominance. We tend to associate strength with overcoming external obstacles, with toughing it out in the face of adversity. And while there is truth to the idea that we need to persevere through hardships, there is a deeper, quieter kind of strength that comes from choosing to embrace joy, gratitude, and love, even in the midst of life's most difficult circumstances. Choosing joy is not about ignoring the pain, pretending everything is perfect, or burying your true feelings. It's about deciding that despite the chaos, despite the struggle, you will still find moments of happiness. It's about finding something to smile about, something to appreciate, something that brings warmth to your soul. Even when the world seems cold, true strength is found in the ability to choose joy, despite the challenges you face. This doesn't mean living in denial, but rather deciding that joy, even in small doses, will be a part of your journey. In the darkest times, joy may seem distant, almost impossible to grasp. Life can knock us down, take away our sense of security, or make us feel like we're walking through a storm that will never end. But it's in those moments that our strength is truly tested. Joy in the face of adversity is an act of rebellion against the circumstances that try to control our emotional state. Choosing joy is not just an emotion, it's a mindset, a commitment to find beauty in the smallest moments. A laugh with a friend, a good book, the feeling of the sun on your face, or the sound of your favorite song. By actively seeking joy, we take back control over how we react to life. It is in these moments of choosing joy that we reclaim our power and remind ourselves that we are stronger than the situations we face. Gratitude is another powerful choice that reflects true strength. It's easy to fall into the trap of focusing on what we don't have, what's missing, or what we've lost. Life has a way of highlighting the gaps, the shortcomings, and the disappointments. But when we choose gratitude, We are choosing to focus on what we have instead of what we don't. We are choosing to acknowledge the abundance in our lives, big or small, and recognizing the value of what we often overlook. Gratitude isn't just about being thankful for the obvious blessings. It's about shifting our mindset to appreciate the lessons in the struggles. It's about being thankful for the people who love and support us, even when we don't feel like we deserve it. It's about noticing the kindness of a stranger, the beauty in nature, or the ability to breathe, to think, to live. When we choose gratitude, we break free from the grip of entitlement and frustration, and we open ourselves up to peace. True strength is found in the ability to be grateful, even when things are tough, because gratitude shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance, from complaint to appreciation. Then there is love, the most powerful force in the universe. To choose love is to choose to open your heart, even when it's been hurt before. Love is not always easy. It requires vulnerability, compassion, and empathy. It asks us to be kind, not just to others, but to ourselves as well. In a world that sometimes feels divided, choosing love is an act of courage. Love pushes us to reach out, to connect, to forgive, and to be present. It asks us to see the humanity in others, to understand their pain, their struggles, and their joys. It calls us to treat others with kindness, even when they may not deserve it in our eyes. True strength lies in love because it requires us to rise above our egos, our judgments, and our fears. Love doesn't always come easy, especially when we've been hurt, betrayed, or let down by others. But in choosing love, we free ourselves from bitterness, resentment, and anger. We choose to believe in the goodness of humanity, to look past the flaws and imperfections, and to offer compassion instead of criticism. Love empowers us to create connections that heal wounds, that build bridges, and that bring light into even the darkest of places. When we choose joy, gratitude, and love, we are choosing to live from a place of strength that is unshakable. These aren't just fleeting emotions, they are choices that we make every day, even when it's hard. They are decisions that reshape our perspective on life. They allow us to embrace the good while learning from the bad. They give us the ability to turn challenges into opportunities and to face adversity with a sense of grace and poise. Choosing joy, gratitude, and love doesn't mean that life will always be easy or that we will never face difficulties. But what it does mean is that we will have the inner strength to face those difficulties with resilience. We will have the strength to rise after every fall, to learn from every setback, and to keep moving forward, knowing that we are equipped with the most powerful forces in the world: joy, gratitude, and love. This is the kind of strength that doesn't depend on external circumstances. It's the strength that comes from within, from a heart that knows how to find beauty even in the hardest of times. It's the strength that grows deeper every time we choose to embrace life, to show up with kindness, and to offer love even when the world feels harsh. And it's this strength that allows us to not only survive, but to thrive, to not just get through life, but to live it fully, joyfully, and with purpose. Positivity attracts resilience, connection, and opportunity in ways that are often more profound than we realize. It's easy to think of positivity simply as a sunny attitude or a mindset that seeks to see the good in everything. But positivity is so much more than that. It is a powerful force that not only transforms our internal state, but also shapes our external reality. When we choose to be positive, we invite resilience into our lives, foster deeper connections with others, and open ourselves to opportunities that might have otherwise passed us by. And the more we embrace positivity, the more these three essential aspects of life naturally flow to us. First and foremost, positivity breeds resilience. Life is full of challenges, obstacles, and setbacks. At some point, everyone will face adversity in one form or another. It's not a matter of if, but when. The way we respond to those challenges often determines how quickly we bounce back, and this is where positivity plays a crucial role. When we approach difficulties with a positive mindset, we're more likely to see setbacks as temporary hurdles rather than insurmountable roadblocks. Positivity doesn't eliminate the pain of difficult situations, but it allows us to remain focused on solutions and opportunities rather than getting consumed by negativity or self-doubt. Resilience is not just about enduring hardships, it's about growing through them. When we stay positive in the face of adversity, we become stronger. We learn lessons that help us navigate future challenges with more confidence and less fear. For example, a person who approaches a career setback with a positive outlook might ask themselves, what can I learn from this experience? How can I grow stronger from this? This type of thinking allows them to bounce back more quickly and keep moving forward, whereas a negative mindset might lead to defeatism and prolonged suffering. Positivity, therefore, is a key ingredient in developing resilience because it helps us remain hopeful, grounded, and focused on the future, no matter what challenges arise. Furthermore, positivity attracts connection. Humans are social beings. We thrive when we have strong relationships and a sense of belonging. Positivity plays a fundamental role in creating and nurturing these connections. When we exude positivity, we naturally draw others to us. People are attracted to those who radiate optimism, kindness, and an open heart. A positive person is someone who lifts others up rather than dragging them down. And this magnetic energy can create bonds that are strong and enduring. Think about the people in your life who inspire you, the ones who bring light to even the darkest situations. They're likely people who have cultivated a positive attitude in the face of challenges. This doesn't mean they are always happy or upbeat, but they have learned how to find the silver lining and share that with others. In turn, their positivity creates a ripple effect. When someone chooses to be positive, it influences the people around them to adopt a similar mindset. It creates an environment of support, trust, and understanding where people feel safe and comfortable connecting with one another. Relationships thrive in these environments where people feel seen, heard, and valued. Positivity also fosters a deeper sense of empathy and compassion. When we choose to see the best in people and situations, we are more likely to approach others with an open mind and heart. We listen more deeply, offer help more freely, and treat others with respect and kindness. In a world that can sometimes feel divided and disconnected, positivity serves as a bridge that connects us on a deeper level. It reminds us of our shared humanity and encourages us to extend grace to others, creating a more harmonious environment in both personal and professional relationships. Finally, positivity attracts opportunities, whether in career, personal growth, or relationships, are often the result of a mindset that is open to the possibilities of the future. People who cultivate positivity are more likely to see opportunities where others might see only obstacles. When we focus on the positive aspects of a situation, we naturally become more open to new ideas, new ways of thinking, and new paths that may lead to success. Opportunities aren't always obvious. Sometimes they require a shift in perspective. And positivity is the lens through which we can see them clearly.